An adjective that describes this game? Fun.
Wow.
It's a cool experience.
I've been wanting to do this title for about 20 years. There are just so many interesting features and characters in that show.
I really enjoyed the show. It's a 60s monsters sitcom where they think they're normal and everyone else thinks they're monsters.
I came up in the industry as a mechanical engineer, so I just love laying out the line work and just making what's going to be there, what you're going to be playing. That's the most fun part for me. I just laid it out the way I saw fit and then continued to rough out the playfield, built up the first prototype, and it just shot really well.
The Herman shot's a very nice and easy open shot, and that's one they wanted to make sure that it was a good shot because you're always going to be shooting at it. That's the big toy right there. He wanted Herman, he wanted Spot, and he wanted to be in the ramp and pop up and be, a nuisance. So the way Spot works is you light up all the Spot letters, and then at that point Spot will pop up. Your objective is to bash him as many times as possible, so he'll go back down.
Now Spot, go away!
And the other ramp, I just thought, I'm going to do a 180 ramp. I did one 25 years ago, and I thought, I'm going to give it a shot here. And it's fun, and it's kind of interesting. You look at it, and you're like, wow, is the ball going to make it up that ramp? And sure enough, it does. And the ball is right back on your flipper in just a second, ready for you to flip again.
And the first time that actually worked, we're like, yes!
In the LE and the Premium, there's Grandpa's Laboratory.
John Borg said, I want to do a mini playfield, I want to do a lower playfield, and I want it to be Grandpa's basement.
It shoots really good. We've got lots of interesting goals to do down there. There's multiball down there.
Your first goal is to get it into these two orbits, and then you'll hit the target, and then it starts a multiball. And then the timer will start counting down. And then what you need to do is hit every single shot, and then it'll light the super jackpot, which is under the machine. And then that's your ultimate goal.
While you're playing it, you get so focused on the game down there, then the normal ball comes out and the normal ball seems gigantic.
I spent 2 months just going over all 70 episodes, just pulling funny scenes and speech lines, and we've sprinkled it throughout the game.
There's so many weird little moments in the Munsters that kind of tie into pinball in a weird way. These guys dug through the videos and went and looked at each clip and went, that would be perfect for a hurry up.
You really better hurry.
I try to make the game for everybody. I've tried to make the game for the novice, for the expert, for the tournament player. Pinball overlaps quite a bit with all the game genres. This game draws a lot on pressure luck. That's one of my favorite game mechanics. The super jackpots, you can light it from all over the game, several different ways, and they stack. And so let's say you have 2 lit, but you think you can get it up to 4 out of the 10 that's possible. You can cancel, no, I don't want to collect my super jackpots now. I want to wait and try to build them up and get them when they're bigger later. That's pressure luck.
We actually 3D modeled the characters. We have some really talented 3D guys here animating, machinery and chemicals and, the brain in a jar and basically everything you see in one of these campy, horror movies kind of thing.
So since it's a retro theme, I wanted the music in the game to sound retro and sound like it should fit in the show. Also, in addition to the music, I wanted to keep the sound effects retro. So electromechanical sounds, little musical snippets, laugh track, things like that. So it really feels like the show.
As we started to develop the game, Chris Franchi started to work on the art, and Dwight and I started to talk about a black and white version, and he changed it all to black and white. I knew it was going to be gorgeous.
If I had to pick people that on our team that match, the Munster show, John would be Grandpa, right? He's the mad scientist.
Nice to meet you.
Dwight would be Herman.
I'm big and goofy and a child and often don't understand what's going on, so I think I'm Herman. Elliot is maybe Marilyn.
Oh, Uncle Herman.
Well, Marilyn would be considered the oddball of the family, so I wouldn't be upset being Marilyn.
Isn't anybody gonna say how lovely I look?
Or Eddie.
Chuck Ernst, I guess it would have to be Lily.
Yay.
Holding us all together, keeping everything moving.
Watch it, dearie.
People always go what could you do differently? I'm like, well, first I'd start building a time machine. and then a cloning device.
We've just had a real fun time working on this project together.
Everybody on the game has had lots of fun, and I think the game is showing it for that. The game has depth, the game is easy, it's in your face, it's volatile, it's approachable, and it looks great.
It's very smooth to play, and it's pretty easy for, a novice or an expert player to play. Really a lot of fun.
Well, it's nice to know as we go through life, we can bring a little happiness to others.